My grandfather asked me once, David, what do you do for work? He's an old Jewish grandpa, so lucky to have him. And I said, Grandpa, I teach meditation. And he was like, what? Yoga? I was like, no, not yoga, Grandpa, meditation. And he was like, yoga? Good thing I didn't tell him I also teach a little bit about chakras. I think his head would have exploded. There is a book I absolutely love if you want to dive into the chakras and really understand them at a deep level. And it is called Eastern Body, Western Mind. It is a classic. I read it for the first time when I was like 22, 23, living in India. And it's the psychology and the chakra system as a path to the self by Anodia Judith. I love that book. And she goes really into depth into each one. But in this episode, I want to give you a brief explanation of the way I see it and the way you can start to really awaken these energy centers and use them in your practical life, not just some esoteric idea. And the way I see the chakras is really simple. They're just energy centers and almost sensors that help us experience the world. So we have our five main set physical senses, and then we have these energy centers that help us experience the world, maybe even other dimensions in different ways, in subtle ways. So, for example, we have this first energy center at the base of our spine. It helps us feel the feeling of being grounded, of being in our bodies, maybe of sensing danger. There was this time when in Hawaii, I was a volcano tour guide and I was driving a group of 12 people in this van. We were going to the volcano. And all of a sudden, my first chakra was like, danger, danger. Oh, I got this sense at the base of my spine. Slow down. So I hit the brakes. And like a second later, just smash right in front of me. A car was pulling out of a gas station. Another one was turning left, and they just smashed each other pretty hard. And I hit the brakes really hard. But luckily, I had given myself enough space because I already sensed something. And we stopped right before we hit them. We were in the car right behind. And I remember, well, my first chakra just kind of saved us. So that can happen. Yay. um, then I'm not going to go over all of them, but maybe you can experience your heart center, this ability to experience oneness, connection, love, understanding, and feeling your own authenticity, what's true for you. It's more than just taste, sound, smell, right? There are these other ways we experience the world. And some of our energy centers are kind of turned on and awakened and functioning, and others maybe they're a little dormant. Maybe they're deficient. Some of them, maybe they're too open, like you're too sensitive, you're too empathic, and you absorb everybody else's energy and pain and feelings, and then you don't know what to do with it. So each of these energy centers, as they kind of activate and awaken, they need to be managed in a really grounded way. We have our third eye, right? Our mind's eye. So when we close our physical eyes, we can still see. And from this energy center, we can see our own answers. We can see into ourselves. Maybe we can even see into someone else. And our our energy centers, or our chakras as they call them in India, they're ways that we experience the world at a deeper, energetic, maybe even spiritual level. And I think when you start integrating them into your practical daily life, in relationships, at work, in your creativity, it enriches who you are. For example, maybe you're with your partner and you both just sit and meditate and allow your heart centers to connect, or you're doing artwork and you awaken that third eye and see vision, right? Allowing these energies to start to awaken inside of you and really embracing them. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And meditation is a great way to sit and start to do it. And in some of our classes in meditation school, we kind of go real deep into that as we sit still. So, meditation is an essential part of awakening the chakras and the energy centers. But you can honestly do it. You can be walking, you could be talking with friends, and just like some kind of awareness arises, like, go, oh, that person's got a lot of pain in their heart. Man, I just felt it in mine. So, however it shows up for you is totally valid. give it space, give it attention, and notice what you notice, and then start to see what happens. And don't just come at it from an intellectual level. David, I read the so if you're watching this on video, I'm holding it up. David, I read the chakra book and now I understand it. Yay. You're just in your head. You're not actually experiencing it. Explain to me what you mean by being in your head. Good luck. So start to experience it, awaken these energy centers and use them in a really practical way, deepen into who you are. It is mystical, but it doesn't have to be so esoteric that you don't really feel like you're in touch with it. Awesome. Thank you for being here as always. From my heart chakra to yours. I appreciate you sitting with me, and I will see you next time. Enjoy yourself. Remember, you're a spiritual being living in a physical body. Honor that part of yourself, and I think is going to be a lot of fulfillment in your life. Talk soon.